Okay, Raptor update number 2. As you can see here, got the oil tank all cleaned up, repainted. Got the top oil line in coming out of the top of the tank. It's still taped up right here where I painted these hardline portions. Got to take that tape off, but anyway, that's ran into the top of the crankcase here. I had to take the starter back off. I already had it on, but had to take it back off so that I could get that fitting right there hooked up, and so that I could put that crankcase breather tube on. We got all that done. Got the rear shock all painted up, nice and black, cleaned up. That shock was in good condition, so I didn't replace it like I did the front ones. All I did was reset the preload on it for my weight and cleaned it up, painted it, and I got all the rear end linkage and everything together right here, so that's all good to go. Spent some time getting the stance right on this four-wheeler. I wanted it to sit just right, and with these new shorter shocks in the front, it makes the front of the quad sit really low, and these lower A-arms are nearly parallel, very close to it anyway. I just wanted this quad to sit real low, so I figured out, and I hadn't even read about it beforehand, I was just putting this rear end linkage back together, and I noticed that you could just flip this dog bone here. I think it's called a relay arm actually, but it looks like a wishbone basically. Anyway, I figured out that you could flip this over and just bolt it right back up, and it'll make the quad sit a couple inches lower, so the back of the quad should be about level when it's sitting on the tires like the front. And the way I had it set up before, when I was just rolling it around here, it had some rake to it, and I didn't really like the way it looked. I mean, it was okay, but I wasn't really happy with it, and I'm glad I found that out just by monkeying around with it, that you could do that, because I think I'm really going to like the way it looks. I haven't put it down on the tire since I flipped that wishbone over, but I think I'm going to like the way it looks. Anyway, that's all set up, good to go, and you can see the other side of the oil tank here, looking all spiffy. I got the front brake lines in. They're just kind of hanging here right now. Actually, this is just one line, but it goes to both sides of the front. And I still got one to put in that goes all the way up to the bars, but it's actually sitting over here drying right now because I painted the hardline portion to it. You can see it hanging there. Got another one right there, and this is the other oil line right here. It's also drying. It's painted today. It's got to go on down here on the bottom of the engine underneath here, but I'm gonna have to take the quad back off of this wooden block and get it back on the tires so that I can reach that fitting. But for now it's okay. There's no rush to get that on just yet. Still got to get the carbs together and get those back on the bike and the tank and get it wired up before I can crank it anyway. I'm not really worried about putting fluids in it until basically time to crank, so I got to get a couple things ordered to finish this thing off completely, but for now that's where we're at. Thanks for watching.